is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to this week's Square Gamers podcast, where two dudes talk video games. And I'm your host. I'm Legendary Mike. And today, as always, we got Pedro, the fucking man, a ball. Bro, good evening.
What's up, man? How are you?
Wow, bro, that was like such like an anticlimactic. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
None much, hey, man. I'm here. I'm chilling. It's been a great start to the weekend. J. Cole dropped an album. Tech-9 has a new album out. Childish Gambino's album was last week, but that's still in the rotation.
Fuck all that bullshit,
I think
bro.
that's pretty much it. Huh?
Fuck that bullshit. It's all about that LOX, dog. 3 more days.
Well, I mean, those of us that need constant flow of new music to release in order to fuel their gaming sessions, enjoy listening to more than just old black men talking about gangster shit.
Well, guys, we're getting this out to you late this week. We apologize. It's been a crazy week, going into the holiday season. But we do have some quality stuff to talk about, Pedro. Are you excited for this episode? I am. I'm excited. I don't know about you. But we're going to go right into it, guys. Game Awards was about 10 days ago.
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yep.
Interesting winners. Some of the winners that I figured would took it. We're going to give you a quick rundown. If you guys didn't know, we got Game of the Year, Overwatch. Pedro, what do you think?
I don't agree, but
Yeah,
what do I know, right?
Well, I mean, because we talked about this in the group on Facebook, guys. Facebook.com/the Square Gamers / the group. You know what I mean. But we are up against Doom, Inside, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4, I don't think should have won. In my honest opinion, Game of the Year would probably be Doom, in my eyes. I have Overwatch. Overwatch is a great game, but Overwatch is Overwatch. Overwatch is a multiplayer game only. You go on and you play that game. Now, Doom is a single-player game only, but Doom completely came out of left field and surprised us. And I think that's why, in my eyes, I think it'd be, the Game of the Year, because it's something that everyone can play. Not everyone can play Overwatch. Not everyone's into Overwatch. Understand me? You agree with me?
Mean, I get that. And
now,
in my opinion, I think it would have to. I would go with Inside. I think the story direction was good. I mean, graphically, artistically, it's beautiful. Gameplay wise was great. I think that's almost a perfect 10 when it comes to gaming this year. Uncharted 4 could have won. I thought it was pretty much set up to win with a lineup like this. I'm not sure why it didn't get the love that it deserves, but that's neither here nor there. I think that to me, Overwatch is an overrated shooter, but
yes, I can see it. I can see where you're coming from, but Uncharted 4, I mean, was a great ending to the chapter. So I kind of see that end of it as well. But not only did Overwatch take Game of the Year, Blizzard also took Game Studio, or Best Studio or Game Direction. Now, I don't know. I can't argue with it because Blizzard is pretty good. They make good games. You can't yell at them. You can't scream at them because when they put out games with problems, they fix them within a matter of a week. And when Blizzard games come out, they come out rather polished. What are you thinking? Because I like to say Naughty Dog because they've been doing this shit for a while now, and every game they put out, granted, I'm not into those type of games, are solid. Now, are you going the same way I'm thinking, or are you going for Respawn, considering Titanfall 2?
It's software I was going to go with. I mean, they made, again, the game came out of left field, like you said, and the game was very well received. It's very difficult to get a classic series like Doom and translate it into 2016, and they did a great job of doing that. So in my opinion, id Software should have been the winner.
Okay, guys, best narrative, Uncharted 4. I'm in agreement. I haven't played it, but we have guys in the group at Square Gamers. They love this game. So to them, this is well deserved. They would want more, but let's just take best narrative. Are you in agreement, or are you going for Inside? Because Inside is a runner-up along with Firewatch, Mafia 3, and Oxenfree.
I had a ton of fun playing Uncharted. I got no problem with that.
Okay, good stuff. Best art direction. Now, Overwatch was runner-up. Uncharted 4 was runner-up. Firewatch and Abzu. Inside won. Now, I never played Inside, but I hear great things. Did you get a chance to play Inside? Do you agree with this?
Yeah, Inside is a beautiful game. I mean, I agree with it. If not Inside, then definitely Uncharted. But I mean, I think the art direction in Inside was pretty dope. So,
Okay, best music and sound. Now, I can say that we're in agreement. Doom won. We agree with that because they're up against Battlefield 1, Inside, Res Infinite, and Thumper.
no, I don't agree with that. Battlefield 1 probably should have won that one, man. Everyone that's played it says that brings you into, war in a way, sound-wise, in a way that no other game has. And to me, that deserves the win.
All right, I like that. I kind of see. I haven't got to play Battlefield 1, so I'm going to try that out and test that out. Now we got best performance. Nolan North as Nathan Drake, Uncharted 4, Thief Ed. I never played the game. What are you thinking, Pedro? You think that's deserved?
Yeah, I mean, he always does a great job, so it's kind of like it's either him or Troy Baker.
Okay.
I'll give it to him.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad we had an extremely what a lot of we have a lot of runner-ups here, but we're not going to go through all that. There's a couple of categories we're not going to really talk about. We are going to touch on the best mobile / handheld game. Pokemon Go won, just like you said, Pedro. It's kind of sad to see that Pokemon Go is in, they put handheld game and mobile games in the same category because Pokemon Go was going to win no matter what, just because it is probably the most influential mobile game out this year.
Yep.
You called it, bro. That's all I can say. You called it.
Yep.
Now,
What'd you think about Street Fighter winning Best Fighter Game?
I really don't agree with it. Street Fighter 5 is a great game. I bought it at $15 at a retailer. The game core mechanics are amazing. The best they've been, but that's it. The characters are lackluster. Like there's not very many characters. To give you an example, Pedro, I'm very selective with the characters I play, and in the roster right now, there's 2 characters I enjoy playing. That's sad. They were up against Killer Instinct, King of Fighters, and Pokken Tournament. Now, Pokken Tournament is a great game, but I don't see it winning. Killer Instinct, on the other hand, has been a great game for the last 6-7 years. That was the only real competition Street Fighter V had. I think Killer Instinct should have won because it's been a solid game for the last 6 years.
I agree.
Best sports games, racing game, Forza Horizon 3. I'm glad this won. This is well deserved. Forza has been a great game for the last decade, and unfortunately, I haven't got to have my hands on Horizon 3. I hear it's amazing. I know you're not really into that much racers, but it was up against FIFA 17, MLB The Show, NBA 2K17. 2K17 is one of the games you play on a regular basis, isn't it, Pedro?
Yeah, but I'm upset that Madden's not in here. Madden put up a quality game when it comes to sports games. I think that should have won. Forza Horizon 3 is beautiful though. It's one of the first games that Microsoft came out with that has HDR support. It's one of the ones that they use to demo their HDR support. So it's no surprise that they would win.
And we're going to jump right into the best multiplayer game. Now, this is probably the most controversial because Overwatch has already won 3 awards, or Blizzard has already won 3 awards. It's up against Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked, Rainbow Six Siege, and Titanfall 2. Now, in my honest opinion, it would probably be between Titanfall 2 and Gears of War 4. Now, don't get me wrong, Overwatch is a great game, and one of the biggest reasons why it's such a great multiplayer game is because the ease of use. You hop on, you pick a character, you learn the character, and that's it. It is, in my opinion, a non-first-person shooter. This is the game that technically does not rely on complete skill. You can pick a hero or champion you like to play it, learn them, and play your team role and have fun and win games. Now, on the other hand, you got Gears of War 4 and Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 and Rainbow Six Siege. Those are very skill-based shooters where you have to be good at that type of game to play it. What do you think, Pedro? Are you going for Gears of War 4? Because I know how much you love Gears of War 4.
I mean, you just made the argument as to why Overwatch should have won. I mean, it's the game. It's a game for everybody. So I mean, it's obvious that they should have won.
Well, exactly. You know what? And I get that, but at that same token, why is it winning? Why is it winning? Best game of the year, considering the other titles around it was a better rounded game, considering what the game offered. Overwatch all it offers is multiplayer. That's all it offers. Nothing else.
Yeah, but it offers a wider, an easier entry and for a wider range of gamers. So that's why Overwatch won.
So you're in agreement with this, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Titanfall 2 would have been the pick, but not enough people play it. So I mean, there's no reason to even go that route.
Yeah, that's a shame. It was a great game. Now we're gonna go right into another big event that happened last week. PlayStation Experience.
The day after.
Yep, PlayStation Experience, guys. If you guys haven't read or anything, well, hopefully you guys have seen the great stuff that's becoming forth in the next year or two in PlayStation world. The new Uncharted is getting a new chapter called The Lost Legacy. Ooh, the internet was going wild when this was released. Last of Us Part 2, Pedro. Now, I know you play Last of Us, the original. Are you hyped for this game, or is it kind of...
No, I'm definitely hyped for this game, man. That game is, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what way they go about it. People say Joel is dead. He doesn't. It might be that he is, and Ellie's out for revenge. We'll see what it's like, man. That's the first game that I played in a really, really, really long time. That I was like, I'm playing a movie. Like this isn't a video game that I'm playing. This is a feature film. And hopefully, Last of Us Part 2 continues with that. With that trend. You should totally play The Last of Us, by the way. You'd really like it.
I eventually will. I mean, my backlog's kind of logged up right now, but I will play it. One of the things I'm excited for, Pedro, they showed Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, or Marvel Capcom 4. That's kind of cool. I know they just put out a PlayStation 4 version of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I haven't checked it out yet, but I will. I'm excited for that game. Now go right into Let It Die, guys. This is for all you Dark Souls fans. It is free on PlayStation 4 right now. I did a little quick look on some gameplay / story, like without spoiling anything for you guys. Make sure you guys go check that out. It's actually a pretty cool game for free, for an absolute free game. And I'm not just saying that just because it's free, but it's a free game that actually has a solid mechanic based around Dark Souls-esque type gameplay. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. Check it out if you're into it. Now, Crash Bandicoot is getting a remastered, Pedro. Were you a Crash Bandicoot fan?
No, that game's terrible.
Okay, I'm glad. They showed off another trailer for Horizon Dawn, which every trailer they put out or every little screenshot I see kind of pulls me into it a little more. What do you think about this one, Pedro? You up for this one? Give this one a try?
Oh, for sure. That one I'm hyped for. That's good. I mean, truthfully, that's the next big AAA title that Sony, has in-house coming out. So I'm excited.
And then we have Resident Evil 7. The demo is out for PS4 and PlayStation VR. I've always been a Resident Evil fan. and I'm kind of excited that it's going back to the survival horror aspect instead of the survival action horror. If you know what I mean. Were you ever a
Is
Final
this a
Fantasy?
different one than the one we played after E3?
No, no, I believe this is the same one that they showed in E3.
Okay.
So this is the more survival ish. They're going back to the roots instead of being the actioned Resident Evil where it's a lot of quick time. Resident Evil 6 was littered with it. It was a great game, but it wasn't a Resident Evil in my opinion. And
Gotcha.
one more thing I want to touch up on this, guys. Ni no Kuni 2 showed off a trailer at PSX. I don't know if you guys ever played Ni no Kuni, the original. It's actually a great game. It's coming out for the PS4. It's coming up soon. And we also have crap. What is the name of it? I forgot. I just completely. Near Automata, which is an RPG style game for the PS4, coming out March 7th, 2017. Looks pretty cool. I'm enjoyed it. Anything on this PSX you want to go over, Pedro, that caught your eye?
No, I think we covered everything. Akuma's coming to Street Fighter on December 20th, so that's 10 days from now.
I know, and I'm gonna hate having to put $5-10 aside just to be able to get this guy because it's Akuma and I gotta play Akuma. It's one of those things, Pedro. I'm sorry. Now, there's one thing we want to touch on really quick, guys. The 12 days of video game sale on Amazon. You probably only have a couple days left, so you might want to take a look at that. We have Deuces X Mankind, $20. Wow, that's crazy. Destiny Collection, $40, which right now the Square Gamers are playing Destiny. We're all getting back into it, and it is a fucking blast. If you don't have Destiny Collection is well worth the $40. I spent $35 for it on Black Friday. And you're probably not going to find anything else around that $40 price range right now. Dishonored 2, $40. Doom, $25. Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition is $40, which if you're into Skyrim, check it out. Overwatch is $40 too. So that's about really what's really going to go on this Amazon 12 days of deals, which is probably like 2 days left, 3 days left. Pedro, anything on this you got caught your eye? Gears of War 4,
yeah,
$40,
the PlayStation
bro.
4 500 gig with the Uncharted 4 and the 12 months of PlayStation Plus for $269. Oh, I would buy that immediately. Let's see. That's
Gears of War 4,
actually.
Gears of War 4 is $40, bro.
I'd wait.
I'd
wait. It was $35 during Black Friday. Save the $5.
Don't be so cheap. We're moving right along, guys. Now, just within the last week and a half, 2 weeks of each other, we had some of the most anticipated games this year come out. Final Fantasy 15 and Last Guardian. Now, I haven't got to get hands-on with either one of them, but I will. The internet is rather raving about them and also complaining about them at the same time, which is extremely cool because I like seeing different opinions. I'm not a fan of everyone just going with the same opinion or just saying whatever everyone else is saying. Final Fantasy 15 actually reviewed rather well, but on Metacritic it is, I believe, a little low. It's 84. It's ranked 84, but Pedro, reading these reviews, I'm getting mixed reviews. Some people are saying it's an amazing game, and then I'm hearing some other people saying it's a terrible game or it's not quite as good as they expected it, considering it's been in the making for the last God knows how many years. Are you okay with waiting for a mediocre game?
No, I'm not okay with waiting for a mediocre game, but I mean, that's neither here nor there, man. I mean, honestly. If you pre-ordered it, if I pre-ordered Death Stranding right now and that shit doesn't come out till 2019 and it's mediocre, I mean, should I be pissed? Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why people pre-order games this early out. Just just wait till it's gold. I would wait till it's gold and then just go buy the game on release day. Honestly, I don't do the whole pre-order
Yeah.
thing.
Well,
Um, so
right now, Pedro,
what's up?
they're both Metascored at 84. They're both Metascored at
That's
84.
good.
Now, yeah, that's actually really good. Now, I'll touch on Final Fantasy 15. The biggest problem I'm actually reading and people are talking about is the fact that the actual like first part of the game is amazing, and then they pull you away with total opposite of what they did. They did total opposite, basically giving you free roam around the whole entire world, and then 3 quarters into the game, they sing you out into a singular storyline. Basically, kind of you
So
have
they
no
switched the
options but to
mechanics
do
up. That
this.
goes from open world to linear game.
Exactly. That's the only biggest. That's the biggest complaint I hear about Final Fantasy 15. Now, Last Guardian, on the other hand, people are complaining about everything from the camera to the dog or Trico or Tico, whatever his name is. I always forget his name. I don't know why. I can't remember his name. But Pedro, okay, so this is what they're saying, guys. Now, for all you who haven't played it or haven't read up on it, basically it's you, the protagonist, and unnamed guy, unnamed kid, and this bird dog. Now, I think what they're trying to aim for right now, or when they developed the game, was this is a wild animal. So a lot of people are complaining of the fact that it's too real, I guess, because they're very clearly state and complain about the fact that I know how to solve this puzzle. All I need him to do is to go here, but he's not listening to me. It takes me 10 minutes to get him to listen to me. Now, do you take that as a complaint, or do you take that as a good thing? You understand what I'm saying, Pedro? It's like taking your dog out for a walk and him taking 20 minutes to take a piss. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you
I mean, I don't.
like?
You don't know what they're going after there. They may be going after realism.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like how can you complain? How can you complain about it? But how can you praise it? Because if you look at both sides of the coin, there's problems on both ends. Like they're trying to make the game. I feel like they're trying to make the game real. Like they want you to feel connection. They want you to get angry at him. You get pissed off, and then when he finally listens to you, and then he saves your ass 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, okay, well, you're fine. You're like, I put that in the bank. So next time you don't listen to me, I'll just think about this.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of
that's all
cool.
that is.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think that's
it's
kind of
like
cool.
having an actual dog.
Exactly. But people are complaining about this. So, like, some of the reviewers out there are actually marking it off for this, and some of them aren't. Which it's the best thing about reviews, guys. It's in your opinion. It's an opinion of the person who played the game and how he felt about it. You can take it
Yeah.
however you want to take it. But the only true problem that I hear people talk about is the camera. I hear the camera is god awful. The camera gets in your way. I've read that people are died multiple times because of the camera, and it gets extremely frustrating. Which, in my opinion, if that's the only problem you have to worry about in an actual game, then that's the best. I mean, that's nothing you can do about that. I mean, just take it. Just take it with all the positives they have in the game, which they're talking positives for Final Fantasy 15. They talked about how amazing the combat is. Everyone complained about how they took away the turn-based combat, but since people have actually been able to delve into the actual combat system, people are loving it. They're enjoying it. The open worldness of Final Fantasy 15 has not been this good in any Final Fantasy since God knows when. So this is an exciting point about Final Fantasy 15. They talked about how much life is in the game, where when you're road traveling, Pedro, in your car, and you stop at a pit stop to get gas, and you go into a little mom and pop shop. They all offer different kinds of foods, and it's all completely different, all different voice acting, all different scripts. So they, hearing these good things about these games puts a smile on my face, because these are two games that actually used the time they had to make their game a good game. This is a perfect example of when developers take their time with games. Because you and I both know right now in this day and age, there's too many publishers putting out games that are not finished.
Yep.
But I'm kind of rambling right now. But Last Guardian, before we move on, Last Guardian, the biggest positive I hear about the game is that this game does the actual portrayal of human and animal best to date, to where the game nails it to the point where at the end of the game, apparently you're set up with a choice, and there's people crying about this ending or very saddened because of what happens. I don't know what happens. I try not to read the spoilers, but people been talking about this on the internet, and I'm kind of excited. I'm ready to dive into either one of them. I haven't made my mind up yet, Pedro, unless the listeners want to do that for me. Final Fantasy 15 or Last Guardian? Which one do you want to sink 15 hours into? I don't know. You guys decide, or to better yet, Pedro decide.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry. I'm excited for these two games, and I was never excited for Last Guardian until I've heard people talk about it. It's kind of cool that they were able to turn the tides in my brain. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to touch on, Pedro?
No. I mean, you pretty much covered everything.
Yeah. Let's do the plugs. All right, Facebook guys. You can find us on Facebook all over the place. /groups /Square Gamers. You can also just go to our facebook.com /Square Gamers for our other page. Now make sure you check out our YouTube. We got Bloodborne LP coming back on Monday. We also have some other cool stuff, maybe some Destiny coming up here soon. Twitch channel, we stream sporadically, but make sure you keep an eye on the Twitch. We've been doing Twitch. I did some Skyrim the other day. Spent a good 20-30 minutes battling the fucking mods. God damn it, PlayStation, get your shit together. Pedro, what do you got going on here coming up this week? Anything going on?
Nothing other than the locks coming out and a crap load of
music,
Christmas shopping, man. Also, your brother-in-law, my boy Mike, fights on Saturday night, so check that out. 8:00, Fox Sports 1. Mike Perry versus Alan Joban. It's gonna be lit.
Oh, it's gonna be lit. Well, guys, this has been the Square Gamers, and I and Pedro will talk to you next week. Peace out.
Peace.